Okay, a week late and a match short. I am here to do my Hell in a Cell punishment. I considered doing it at Halloween, especially when Blackbird was uploading my Fiend video, but it's 2020, and I wanted to do stuff on Halloween I would actually enjoy. I don't actually know if this movie is going to be as terrible as I think it is. Maybe it's so bad it's good. Maybe I would have enjoyed it at Halloween. But I just didn't want to take the chance. But, yeah, the tagline here is, "He returns, and this time no one is safe. The Curse of Halloween Jack." And allow me to read you the back thing. After a brutal massacre of the townsfolk by legendary killer Halloween Jack on October 31st, the new mayor of Dunwich bans all future Halloween celebrations. But 2 years after the murders, a group of rebellious youngsters decide to defy the powers that be and organize their own private Halloween party. Little do they know that in a woodland nearby, a cult known as the Lords of Samhain, sorry if I'm butchering that, probably am, are making a blood sacrifice to resurrect the long-dead Halloween Jack. 2 years, that's not long dead, is it? When the infamous killer returns to life, the cult and the partying teens get a whole lot more than they bargained for. Oh boy, so bad it's good or just plain bad. This sounds like it's going to be a trip. So, let's crack open a cold one and dig into this masterpiece. This movie is dumb. It's not, it's bad, but it wasn't god-awful. It was just boring. Like, I'm not going to go through barely any plot points here, because if you've seen a horror movie, you've seen this movie. And maybe it wouldn't have been so bad if they didn't take it so seriously, but no, this Andrew Jones guy thought he was making the next Jason or Michael. And I just, so dumb. Even like the revelation of the final girl as the killer's daughter. Ooh, she's the only one who could stop him. Ooh. Just, oh man. I want to go through every plot point, but it's just so dumb, so I'll just go through a couple of things that are particularly stupid. One, literally every person in this movie is white. Gay guy makes a joke about how he only dates black guys, but we never see any. We don't see any Asian people. We don't see any Indian people. Whitest movie I've ever fucking seen. Surprised me it took place in Britain. I mean, in hindsight, the town names and everything are a pretty big clue. Especially with the Celtic druids or the cult, just random. It's not Christian. People aren't going to know what we're talking about, so we're going to say it's that. Sorry, I got hair in my mouth. I'm trying not to pick it on screen, but ugh. Or what the hell was I? But yeah, especially threw me off because the first person we hear speak is clearly American, though apparently his name is Jack O'Donnell, the actor's name. I don't remember the character's name. They're all fucking forgettable. And during the briefing, explaining, this cult's gonna do bad things. Ooh, one of them used to be a really good girl. She was raised with loving parents, but she fell in with a bad crowd when she was a teenager. She fell in with a bad crowd when she was a teenager. It's a literal line of dialogue. That is how cliche this movie is. Ugh. And I'm just... So yeah, he's British, or the lead detective is English, American, whatever. So when we cut to the mayor's house, the mayor who banned Halloween, he and his wife are British, his daughter's British. I'm like, oh, okay, did they move to America? And then I realized, oh no, everyone's British except the one guy. So that was weird, but yeah. One bit I thought was kind of clever is, we gotta stop the druids from making their blood sacrifice, or their human sacrifice. And they all had a scar on their head. The druids themselves were the blood sacrifice. So, okay, that's kind of clever. They trick the cops into killing them. And then the last one kills himself. And the detective's like, no! Because he wanted him to have a fair trial, but still, that was way overly fucking dramatic. Another thing I thought was kind of funny, and it's a double bonus because I know it's going to piss a bunch of people off. Two of the women, including the final girl, have a conversation about how it's really stupid that men think sending dick pics is a good idea. And it wasn't particularly clever, it just amused me, and it seemed like a real conversation. The other woman in this conversation was killed when Halloween Jack put her phone in her mouth. And it wasn't like all the way through, it was clearly just sticking just enough in the mouth to be in the mouth. How did she die from that? But yeah, Halloween Jack, he does all the horror movie cliches. He doesn't talk. He's suddenly everywhere. He's in front of you 1 second, behind you the next. At first I thought his mask was stupid, but by the end of the movie it kind of grown on me. Maybe because I was just looking for something to like. Because, the final girl, she's getting ready for the final showdown. There's this terrible month. Okay, I don't know what her costume is, because when she's in costume, her hair is crimped, I guess, and she's wearing leather. And her montage to get ready is her sleeves are slowly ripped off her leather jacket, making it very obvious they were designed to come off, and she wraps leather gloves, fingerless leather gloves, and they have these things that she wraps them around her wrist, and she points a gun and goes, fucking A. Sure. And just... yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say. There's one guy who's not British. He's the Dr. Loomis pastiche or ripoff or whatever. I'm telling you, he's back. He's not British. I don't know what kind of voice or accent they were going for. He talks about how he was a soldier in Iraq, so maybe he was supposed to be American too. And he looks ridiculous, but the actor doesn't have the charisma to pull off. It's like, oh yeah, this movie sucks, but this guy's great. No, he's just dumb and lame and has a super cliched backstory. The timeline and the connection between Halloween Jack and the Druids, I wasn't able to follow. Maybe because this movie was boring and my ADD kicked in and I missed something. But he killed people 2 years ago, but he died 2 years ago. But his body was at the massacre, and we covered it up. And I don't understand why the Druids brought him back specifically. At first I thought it was a coincidence, because they say, oh, the Druids believe at midnight on Halloween the veil between life and death is the thinnest, so they're gonna do spooky stuff. And I thought, oh, it was a coincidence, but the guy with the funny voice talked about there's a connection, and I don't know, I was checked out. I'm trying to keep this one shorter, but I'm still managing to ramble. Yes, but keep saying as long as the movie's not boring, I'm not punished. This movie was boring, so I was punished. It wasn't so ridiculous. It was just this Andrew Jones thought he had the next Jason Voorhees. And I don't understand how movies this cheaply made end up in places like Best Buy and Walmart and Target. It just... You know, there was a joke I wanted to make at the end, but I just don't care. I just want to get this done. So, happy Halloween. I'm almost wishing I cashed in the briefcase so I wouldn't have to sit through this, but the way Blackbird's talking about the Survivor Series punishment, I think I'm going to need it. Ugh. Yeah, if you've seen a slasher movie, you've seen this movie. Guy says, "Oh, I'm going out for a smoke," and he gets killed. Yeah. Happy fucking Halloween.